the crux of this issue is the front office, aka ownership, and the coaching staff are not on the same page. Pretty much everything is downstream of that, right?
I mean, the problem is it starts with why he was drafted in the first place. I think we've made this pretty clear. I don't think Steve Kerr was sitting at the front of the line saying, hey, he needs to be drafted. And as we know with Steve Kerr, he's the one that's making decisions on who gets to play. Most often than not, it definitely makes decisions on who gets to sign with this team. How many times have we heard that, hey, X player wants to come to the Warriors? Yeah, well, Steve doesn't freaking like him, right? And it's normally a player that's very offensively focused, wants the ball in his hands, and he wants to be here. And then Steve's like, no. What does that remind you of? Reminds you of a kid that got selected a couple of years ago on this team now, wants the ball in his hands, wants to score.
Ironically, it also reminds me of who Sacramento's trying to trade for the kid.
I don't think Steve loves Malik Monk. I think he's a good fit for this team, but yeah, I don't think he loves him. I mean, I think if he did, I think that trade probably already would have gotten done. But it's like, yeah, I mean, you can argue whether Steve is right or wrong. I mostly think Steve is right because it's shown, but you can also say like, hey, he needs to be more flexible with the players that he coaches. He does need players that look to score more instead of passing around and screaming. But at the end of the day, like, that's your coach. If you don't like him, fucking fire him.